Okay.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Elvis-A-Z, and I am excited to be doing this new feature. It's actually kind of a takeoff of some things I used to do in the past, but I am going to be covering a box set that just recently came out, and this is going to be fun. I think you'll all enjoy this. I want to thank everybody for subscribing. If you don't subscribe and you like this video, subscribe, hit the like. If you don't like the video, hit the dislike, and don't subscribe. But I check my channel out. I got a lot of really cool stuff there. I'm all about protecting the legacy of Elvis, and this is one way I do it, is through his music. So today I am going to be doing a new feature, which is called Breaking Down the Master. And this. So before we get started here, I would like for you all to remember the rule of listening to these breakdowns and these videos that I do like this. Always wear your headphones if you want to get the full effect of what I'm trying to get across. So put them on. You know, you still watch it, obviously, but you really can hear it a lot better when we do this. Kind of cool, huh? A little bit of a little added feature there. So today we're going to start off with two songs. We're going to start off with Guitar Man and U.S. Mail. Two songs that were written by Jerry Reed. Jerry Reed was a great actor, great songwriter, great guitar player, great guitarist, just an all-around, just funny, great guy. A lot of movies with Burt Reynolds, Smokey and the Bandit. Great songs, great titles. She got the Mine Shaft. No, she got the Mine. I got the Shaft. Amos Moses. Just some great songs. But these two songs were written by Jerry Reed. And I'm going to share a little video with you about Jerry Reed and how he met Elvis and how the Guitar Man and U.S. Mail songs came about. It's about a 3-minute video. It's not the greatest quality of a video, but I think you'll enjoy it. I'm not for sure what time frame this is, but you could tell it's later in the years because he's a little bloated, and I think he died of emphysema. And but check out some of his videos if you haven't a chance. But here is Jerry Reed telling the story. It's about a 3-minute video. Enjoy it. Really, it's funny, and it's telling the story of how he came across and met Elvis.
Let's tell us about the time that you met Elvis, the first time. Now, this is classic. This is classic.
And he was driving down Ventura Freeway, and he heard Guitar Man off my album.
Yeah.
And he fell in love with it. He wanted to record it, so he came to Nashville. And his producer was an old friend of mine, Felton Jarvis, from Atlanta. We all kind of grew up down there with Bill Lowry. And they were trying to get it recorded. And Elvis said, this ain't right. I want this to sound like Reed's record. And it don't sound like, and Felton told him, he said, well, now listen. If you want to sound like Reed's record, this record's all about that guitar. And these guys here ain't got a clue because he's a finger picker,
Yeah.
And they play with a straight pick, and they don't know what he's doing. And if you want to sound like that, you're going to have to get him in here to play it.
You got to get the claw in there.
Well, I was on the Cumberland River carp fishing.
Yeah.
Felton says, we're down here cutting your song, Guitar Man with Elvis, and it ain't coming off. We want you to come down here and play guitar on it. I said, well, it'll take me a while to get there. I was there in about 12 and a half minutes. So I walk in there.
Now, what did you look like when you walked in there? Right off the lake?
Well, I hadn't shaved in about 3 or 4 days. And I smelled like a cart fest. I don't remember what I was wearing, but it wasn't a pretty sight either. But I took that gut string and I tuned that E string down and I tuned my B string up. And as soon as I hit that intro, boy, his face lit up and here we went, son. And I never told anybody this, but he cut it a lot faster than I did. I think he got so excited, and I got so excited, we made it a hoedown. But it's the only time I ever recorded with him.
Yeah.
I guess we had it cut in 3 or 4 takes, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I remember Pete Drake sitting beside me on steel guitar. He said, "Sing another song." I said, "Hey, man, you cut guitar, man. That's good enough for me." Elvis said, "No, you got another song?" Well, I got one called U.S. Mail. You want to hear that? Yeah. Sung it to him, blame if he didn't cut that.
Oh, yeah.
He wound up cutting 4/4 of my song.
It's a great story. A few of the details are a little askew there, but it's been told by a lot of people that he was on the river fishing. He came in looking like somebody just come off the river, and went in. So it's cool that he was able to come on in there and do this. All right, I'm back. I couldn't find a file there, but I remembered I'm doing this a little bit differently. So anyway, we're gonna let's talk about a Guitar Man first. And what I want to do is we're gonna go to the screen capture here, and I'm gonna share some things which are going to be very similar to what I did with the Memphis box set, where I shared the screen with you and where I broke things down. So what we're going to do is let's take a look at the sessions for Guitar Man. Now, this is a session for that. It was done on September 10th, 1967, and it took 12 takes. By now, Jerry Reed may have only done 3 or 4 takes, and then they kept the guitar part, and they came back and, recorded to that. But it was September 10th when they did this, and then take 12, there was an overdub by Jerry done same day. So anyway, interesting session. Once again, let's see if there are any notes on that. Yeah, that's all about the box set that just came out. So now what we're going to do is, like I do before, what I've done before is we're going to go to, did I close that down? Here we go. Okay, so here's where I broke everything down. I've broken down the Guitar Man set. So at the top here, you see where it says Guitar Man, no vocals. So it's just the guitar part. Guitar Man vocals split. So it's just the vocals. Here's the original guitar. Here's the final master of Elvis. And here's the master of Reed's version. So let's take a quick listen to Reed's version right now. Little upbeat.
Well, I quit my job down at the car wash, left my mama a goodbye note. By sundown, I left Kingston with my guitar under my coat.
I think you can see why Elvis got into that. It's just got a great upbeat, of course. So now let's just take a listen to a little bit of the master of Guitar Man.
While I quit my job down at the car
Very
wash,
similar
left
to
my
Jerry
mama a
Reed's.
goodbye note. By sundown, I left Kingston with my guitar under my coat. I hitchhiked all the way.
And as you can tell, it is in stereo, which everybody knows that is my favorite. So now what I like to do always is I back out Elvis's voice, and I want everybody to pay attention to the actual instruments. We're going to play about a minute of the Guitar Man with no vocals, so you can really hear Jerry Reed's guitar picking. So here we go. It's on this line right here. As you can tell, it's in stereo, different whatever you call it. Anyway, I should know better. So here we go. We're going to take a listen to the no vocals. Just listen to the guitar. I'll point out some things. So you hear Jerry in the right speaker. So you basically got just drums and Jerry Reed picking. You can hear the bass run. You can hear a little rhythm guitar. All right, so we get the gist. It's very basic. Just real quick, let me show something here real quick to you. On the Guitar Man, you got the Guitar Man session musicians for that day. These are who you have Scotty there, you have Chip Young, and you have Harold Bradley and Jerry Reed on the guitar playing for Guitar Man. DJ's playing the drums. There's also Buddy Harmon. On bass is Bob Moore. You got Floyd Kramer there, Boots Randolph. I mean, you got some great musicians in this session. Charlie McCoy, who's on harmonica, and then backup Jordan Ayers and Ray Walker, Millie Kirkham, who opened up with Elvis in Vegas in 1969 as a high voice singer. No, she replaced Sissy Houston. I'm sorry, 1970. So those were the session musicians. Of course, Felton Jarvis was the producer, as Jerry Reed brought up. So that is that part. Now let's take a little listen to Elvis's voice, just the voice, and we'll kick it right off when it goes.
Well, I quit my job down at the car wash. I left my mama a goodbye note. By sundown, I left Kingston with my guitar under my coat. I hitchhiked all the way down
you can
to
hear
Memphis,
they got a
got a
little
room
echo on
at the
its voice.
YMCA. For the next 3 weeks, I went a hunting them nightclubs looking for a place to play. Well, I thought my picking would set them on fire, but nobody wanted to hire a guitar man.
Now, do you hear that? Can you remember the instruments?
To death down in Memphis. I run out of money.
All right, so now let's do the whole thing all together. Remember the guitars. It's basically Jerry Reed, a rhythm guitar. You've got the bass and you've got the drums, and you really don't hear much else. You might have a little piano a little bit later, and then into the breaks you'll hear some. We're going to listen to the whole song, and let's see if we can pick out some more stuff. We ready? Let's go.
Well, I quit my job down at the car wash. I left my mama a goodbye note. By sundown, I left Kingston with my guitar under my coat. I hitchhiked all the way down to Memphis, got a room at the YMCA. For the next 3 weeks, I went a hunting them nightclubs looking for a place to play. Well, I thought my picking would set them on fire, but nobody wanted to hire a guitar man. Well, I nearly about starved to death down in Memphis.
You can hear Jerry in the right.
So I bought me a ride down to Macon, Georgia on an overloaded poultry truck. I thumbed on down to Panama City, started picking out some of them all-night bars. I hoping I could make myself $1 making music on my guitar. I got the same old story, them all-night peers. There ain't no room around here for a guitar man. We don't need a guitar man, son. So I slept in the hobo jungles. I roamed 1,000 miles of track till I found myself in Mobile, Alabama. Had a club they called Big Jack's. A little 4-piece band was jamming, so I took my guitar and I set in.
Here we go.
I showed them what a band would sound like. I was a swinging little guitar man. Show them, son.
Oh yeah, Jerry. You can hear the rhythm in the left.
If you ever take a trip down to the ocean, find yourself down around Mobile, make it on out to a club called Jack's if you got a little time to kill. I just follow that crowd of people, you'll wind up out on his dance floor. I'm digging to find this little 5-piece group up and down the Gulf of Mexico. I guess who's leading that five-piece band? Well, wouldn't you know it's that swinging little guitar man? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you can, let me get this opened up back here. Let me get back to the main. All right, so you can really just hear how basic that song was. It's just the guitar, two guitars, the bass, and the drums, and you don't really hear much of anything else. So that's a good breakdown. Easy breakdown, actually. So let me get rid of Jerry Reed. Let's put Elvis back up there. Oh, yeah, that's good. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna do something for a splice here because I actually forgot to bring this up. All right, so now let's go to U.S. Mail. So next, I am going to open up U.S. Mail. Let's take a look at the sessions first. So here we got 12 takes on U.S. Mail done with Jerry Reed. Now, I'm going to be also doing the sessions later. I'm going to do the back-to-back takes of each one of these songs with commentary and notes about the whole thing. But now, these sessions were done in January, 3 or 4 months later. And there we had basically all the same sessions, except for there was a steel guitarist and then basically all the same backup vocals, except for Millie wasn't there. So anyways, that's the sessions for that. So now let's take a listen to U.S. Mail. Where do I have it? Is this it? Yes. Okay. So this is the sessions, and we're going to do the same thing like I did before. The first thing I'm going to do is just take a listen to Jerry Reed's version. Pretty cool version. Okay, why am I not getting anything? Oh, that's because I gotta hit play, dumbass.
Now, I'm a U.S. male because I was born in a South Georgia town on a Sunday morning. Now, Georgia just happens to occupy a place in the southeastern portion of these United States. Now, that's a fact, buddy, and you know it well. So I just call myself the U.S. Male. M-A-L-E, son, that's me.
I love Jerry Reed. Okay, so now here's, obviously we all know Elvis's version, so let's take a listen about the same length of time on the original, or the master.
I'm a U.S. male because I was born in a Mississippi town on a Sunday morning. Now, Mississippi just happens to occupy a place in the southeastern portion of this here United States. Now, that's a matter of fact, buddy, and you know it well. So I just call myself the U.S. Male.
Now you got Jerry on the left there.
M-A-L-E, son. That's me.
Okay, so now, let's break it down. Let's crash this sucker. Let's listen to just the instruments. All right, right here. Just the instruments. Here we go. Bass, guitar, drums, and rhythm. Nothing more than just a 4-piece band. Okay, now let's listen to it with just the vocals.
I'm a U.S. male because I was born
I can hear the backup
in a
singers.
Mississippi town on a Sunday morning. Now, Mississippi just happens to occupy a place in the southeastern portion of this here United States. Now, that's a matter of fact, buddy, and you know it well. So I just call myself the U.S. Male. That's M-A-L-E, son. That's me. Now, I said all that to say all this. I've been watching the way you've been watching.
Okay, so we have a basic song again, four instruments, a little bit of background, and we got a great hit, great song. So you don't really need all that stuff to even have a good hit. You know, a lot of songs, you know, it's required, and it needs it. But with these two Jerry Reed type songs, it's no wonder Elvis loved it. It's brought him back to the early days when he just had 3 or 4 instruments. So let's take a listen to the complete master. Ready?
I'm a U.S. male because I was born in a Mississippi town on a Sunday morning. Now, Mississippi just happens to occupy a place in the southeastern portion of this here United States. Now, that's a matter of fact, buddy, and you know it well. So I just call myself the U.S. male. That's M-A-L-E, son. That's me. Now, I said all that to say all this. I've been watching the way you've been watching my miss.
That southern accent.
For the last 3 weeks, you've been hot on her trail. You kind of upset this U.S. male. You touch her once with your greasy hand, I'm gonna stretch your neck like a long rubber band. She's wearing a ring that I bought her on sale. That makes her the property of this U.S. mail. You better not mess with the U.S. mail, my friend. The U.S. mail gets mad, he's gonna do you in. You know what's good for yourself, son. You better find somebody else, son. Don't tamper with the property of the U.S. mail.
Ooh, that bass.
All right. Let me tell you like it is. Through the rain and the heat and the sleet and the snow, the U.S. mail is on its toes. So quit watching my woman, cause that ain't wise. You ain't pulling no wool over this boy's eyes. I catch you round my woman, champ, I'm gonna leave your head about the shape of a stamp. Kind of flattened out, so you'll do well to quit playing games with this U.S. mail. Better not mess with the U.S. mail, my friend. The U.S. mail gets mad, he gonna do you in. You know what's good for yourself, son. You go and find somebody else, son. Don't tamper with the property of the U.S. mail. Sock it to me one time. Yeah. Look it, baby. All right. I'm gonna tell you like it is, son. I catch you messing around that woman of mine, I'm gonna lay one on you.
All right. And that we have it right there. A great breakdown of 2 great songs. You can understand why he got excited. 67, 68, he's at the end of the movies. He's been doing all these other songs. He hasn't even gotten into the, the 68 special yet. And these 2 great songs pop up. What great songs. Jerry Reed was a great songwriter. So that has it for the first 2 on episode 1 of Breaking Down the Master. I'm going to continue on with all the rest of the masters off of this, and then I'm going to do some. I'll probably get started before I finish the masters, but I'm going to do some of the takes with some of the chatter and discuss and just listen to the fun of it all. I want to thank everybody. Why am I not seeing? Oh, because it doesn't have to be. So, anyway, I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you hanging around. It's kind of fun to be back doing this, and I'm going to take this. I'm going to edit a few spots, change a few things around, and we'll move right on along. Thank you, everybody. TCB. Have a good one.